Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for joining me this afternoon for this latest update. As of today, 74% of eligible residents are fully vaccinated and 81% have had at least one dose. Despite these numbers, we have identified 92 cases to date this month, compared to a total of 71 in August. We continue to see the Delta variant contributing to the rise in cases everywhere. The good news is over 7 million eligible residents in Massachusetts have been vaccinated. And we continue to be one of several of the best in the lowest cases, hospitalizations, and details in the country. Also, our residents over 65 and individuals 18 and over at high risk are now eligible for the Pfizer booster vaccine. We have begun discussion to start up the vaccine collaborative once again, should the scope of boosters increase for the general population in our region. We will keep you posted on that. We are still receiving much information surrounding the COVID-19 relief and the American Rescue Plan Act funding, in short, ARPA, that will be coming to all communities in the Commonwealth. The $5.5 million that Newburyport receives will help to lay a foundation to address infrastructure needs. Projects will be reviewed and approved by our ARPA ad hoc committee and in collaboration with the City Council. We are continuing to work on our rapid recovery grant for the downtown area and looking at an array of grant programs beginning to be released to address impacts from this pandemic. Some of the projects we are working on include a wayfinding sign system for our downtown, the expansion of the new Central Waterfront Park and open space, an economic development plan geared at working with and expanding businesses, and an enhanced tourism effort to become an all-year destination in Newburyport. Workforce issues are of concern across the region, with help wanted signs posted across all industry sectors. Discussions have initiated with the Merrimack Valley Planning Commission, Northern Essex Community College, and other stakeholders about the possibility of developing a regional workforce, educational, training, and job placement program. Several programs are currently available through the Federal Economic Development Administration. But perhaps the biggest opportunity and area of focus for us in Newburyport is on our water infrastructure. We have been working diligently with consultant teams on assessment of supply and protection of our water. As these comprehensive assessments are completed, we are prioritizing needs as this could be a one-time opportunity to upgrade systems. The goal is to have shovel-ready projects available when federal infrastructure funding becomes available and when our state legislature begins releasing stimulus funds. We are in the process of initiating a short-term protection project with wood pilings and core bags along the extended reservation terrace area on Plum Island. The city advanced this project with support from the State Department of Conservation and Recreation after it was clear that the dredge of the Merrimack River would be delayed. The U.S. Army Corps of Engineers dredging project was supposed to begin this fall and replenish much-needed sand on the beaches around Reservation Terrace. The dredge would add approximately 220,000 cubic yards of sand being placed on Reservation Terrace to replace and restore the lost primary dune. It's also critical to improve the current conditions in the harbor and river that pose a navigational hazard for many vessels. Unfortunately, the project received only one bid that came in nearly twice the cost that was expected, and so the work is now on hold until the spring of next year when the dredge will be rebid. The projected cost of the short-term protection project is approximately $450,000, with $400,000 from the state and an additional $100,000 from the Plum Island Utility Trust Fund. The project is anticipated to start in mid to late October. Our Market Landing Park expansion project is well underway, with Sasaki working on the final schematic design, following a series of public meetings and surveys, providing input for the design team. We are excited about the plan and what it brings to the city. A perfect green space with beautiful landscape and topography that ties to our docks and the water, sculpture, and additional amenities. The next phase of the project is finalizing design, creating construction documents, permitting, public bidding, and construction. At the same time, we are working on critical infrastructure with reconstruction of our bulkhead along the waterfront to protect our shore economy, as well as our heavy utilized boardwalk and our public parks. We are still awaiting status on Congressman Moulton's funding of $2.4 million earmarked for this project, and are seeking additional funding streams to move the project forward. Our schools are open and operational in the best interest of students and staff as they returned to full-time in-person instruction. Safety measures have been paramount to maintaining healthy conditions within the school. Our school district is doing remarkably well in managing the virus. 99% of our teachers and administration have been vaccinated, and 77% of our high schoolers have had at least one dose of the vaccine. And thankfully, children 12 and older are eligible and getting vaccinated. In September, the school district has had 15 positive COVID cases with students and 4 cases for staff. The district initiated a vaccine clinic and administered first doses on September 9th, and second doses are offered today from 5 to 8 p.m. at the Knock Middle School. However, people who still have not been vaccinated are also welcome to come and get their first shot today. They are also administering boosters, the Pfizer and Johnson & Johnson vaccines at the clinic. Any resident is welcome to attend the clinic for a vaccine. The mask mandate for all staff and students at K-12 public schools, implemented at the start of the school year, has just been extended through November. Wearing masks is an important additional measure to keep students in school safely at this time. It includes all public school students ages 5 and above and staff. Masks are still not required when outdoors. It is also recommended that students younger than 5 years old also wear a mask. As health conditions evolve, we will continue to work with medical experts to find adequate safety protocols for all of our students and for our youngest students who are yet eligible for vaccines. Our Newburyport Medical Advisory Team meets regularly to review the local data and respond to any changing regulations. The school committee is hosting a forum on COVID-19 on Monday night from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. in the Knock-Mullen Auditorium. Members of the school's health advisory team, school administration, our city's health director, public health nurse will also be on hand to answer questions. Questions are to be submitted in advance of the forum at bit.ly/39AMAML. You may also find the flyer on the school website. The City of Newburyport's annual Household Hazardous Waste Day will take place this Saturday, October 2nd, from 8 to 12 noon at the Department of Public Services on Perry Way off Low Street. It is a very costly event and requires a small army of volunteers to make things go as efficiently as possible. This is an opportunity to responsibly dispose of chemicals, oil-based paints, and more. The recycling center on Colby Farm will also be open for Newburyport residents only for electronics, styrofoam, and metal items. There is much more information regarding disposal, charges, and ways for residents to minimize their costs. Please visit the City of Newburyport website at cityofnewburyport.com and look for the notice on the home page under News called Hazardous Waste Day. I am pleased to announce the City of Newburyport has changed Columbus Day to Indigenous Peoples Day, following a vote of the City Council this past Monday night. The request was initially generated by students at the River Valley Charter School, followed by research and support from the Unitarian Universalist Church and our DEI Alliance. My sincerest thank you to all the residents, students, and our community who spoke in support of this change. We look forward to our first Indigenous Peoples Day celebration led by the First Religious Society Unitarian Universalist Church on October 11th at 11 a.m. at the Pavilion in Moseley Woods. As many of you know, we are in municipal election season, and the last day to register to vote is Wednesday, October 13th at 8 p.m. at City Hall. As fall arrives, it brings cool, crisp air, and our beautiful scenery makes for a wonderful time to enjoy the great outdoors. Enjoy, but please continue to be safe. This insidious Delta virus is still with us. Thank you.